How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today we've got a bunch of little tidbits of news to go through. Some really cool stuff, especially with Microsoft's marketing finally kicking it up a gear and actually branding their stuff. And of course, Call of Duty's Black Ops 6 has gone full swing marketing with really cool stuff. They were over at New York with a complete takeover at the plaza. It's really insane to see just how much Microsoft is going all out with this. We saw also their advertising for their presentation tomorrow, which I will be streaming, going live hopefully around 5:45 p.m, 15 minutes before the actual start time. But honestly, it looks like they are going all out, and it's really good to see Microsoft starting to step up the gear. Maybe this court case that they won, well, that was settled, or whatever you want to call it, you know, the nonsense one with the gamers lawsuit finally gave them the boost that they needed, or maybe things are just starting to align and things are now getting into gear, especially with the fact that they're, you know, on November the 1st, they'll be able to actually buy games on their mobile and play them at the same time, straight through cloud gaming. You've got Call of Duty, Black Ops 6, Modern Warfare 3, Warzone, you know, the actual console versions now playable through xCloud, which was previously not possible. So these are really big things. But let's get on with the video, and if you do enjoy it, do consider leaving a like, subscribe, hit that bell to stay up to date with all content I release. Thanks so much. On with the show. And as you can see here, we have Call of Duty Black Ops 6 accessories collection revealed. Now this is actually really damn cool. This is not an actual console. Originally, a lot of people thought this was, but it clearly tells you here. Xbox Series X wrap. This is $49.99 in the UK. And you can also get these controllers from the Design Lab. You can actually go and build them yourself. Really cool stuff. I'm super excited. I'm probably going to pick up the wrap. The controllers look really good as well. I'm not sure if I'll go for the Elite, even though I want to. It's a bit pricey. Might go for the standard one. All in all, really good stuff. And if we're looking over here, we'll showcase this. As you can see, this is all from the Design Lab. That's the actual wrap. It's looking really sweet. And it's good to see that the Xbox marketing is now out there in full swing for this game. And, you know, they're not holding back. And I think the fact that they were able to push this onto the xCloud has given them that boost to go even further. Obviously, stuff like this was in the works for some time and kept under wraps. But this is the side of Microsoft that we haven't been seeing for a long time. We've seen them do a massive push with Metaphor ReFantazio, with the release of the new rehashed Xboxes. They're essentially the same console, they just run on less power. But the white robot all digital Series X, for example, is selling like hotcakes in Japan, which is really nice to see. My social media feed is completely full of, you know, Japanese people jumping on board, especially now that it's cheaper, like considerably cheaper than a PS5, and even more so than the PS5 Pro, which is like 2-3 months salary of a standard person, you know, the average person's in Japan. So the Series X now seems a lot more compelling and inviting. And now that they're getting all these RPGs coming along, like the Atelier Yumiya series, you know, the first time ever, and hopefully this will, you know, springboard for the Riser series to come and more. You've got the Final Fantasy Pixel Remasters, 16 on the horizon, you know, 17 probably day and date being announced for the Series X as well. You've got other RPGs as well, like Persona, Metaphor Fantasia. You've got the Ys and the Trails of the Sky series and whatnot, also in talks at the moment with Microsoft to try and get those over to the Xbox platform as well. So this is all like really big steps, and you know, all in all, this week has been a really good week for Microsoft. So kudos to them. They're doing everything that they need to do correctly, and they're doing it at the right time. Now we go over to IO Interactive Project 007 with new details by Shinobi. production going amazingly well. We'll share more details soon, so hopefully the Game Awards Live, we'll see something for 007. The game will be an origin story with a James Bond built from ground up. Given their experience with Hitman, we're able to convince the IP owners to make another James Bond game, which is great. Almost 15 years since the last game. Oh wow, that's a long time. IO hopes the game can be a success and they can make a trilogy. That's really, really cool. I wish IO all the best of luck and hope they succeed. But James Bond is a big title. Project 007 has been one of those kind of projects that's been lingering around with not much info, so it's nice to get some good positive news for it. The fact that the project is going amazingly well, usually we hear that there's development hell and all this crap and stuff, but this time round it's not the case. It's actually doing amazingly well, which means it's on course to at least meet the deadline that it's set out to do. Great stuff, great news. That you can't really ask for more. Now, we have this over here. We've got Clair Obscur Expedition 30. Now, this looks absolutely amazing. Andy Serkis is playing Renoir. Ben Starr, Clive Rosfield from Final Fantasy 16 is playing Verso. Charlie Cox as Gustav. Jennifer English as Mayo. Kirsty Ryder as Loon. And Charla Nix is Seal. If we check out the trailer, let's just have a quick watch of it. It's only 2 minutes. Put this down a little bit.
Do you know what it means to disappear into nothingness?
I mean, it looks great. This is one game that I can't wait to play, and for those of you that aren't aware, this game is day one on Xbox Game Pass. So there's absolutely no reason for those of you that are RPG aficionados that love your turn-based games to not try this out.
But this is a kindness, not a cruelty.
There he is, Mr. Ben Starr.
We keep heading north. We aim for the monolith.
I mean, it just looks so good. So good. And Game Pass day one, we could have a hit on our hands. Very, very flashy skills. Counter-attacking, it looked like over there. Really good world traversal. I mean, graphically it just looks great. I don't kind of like the whole over-the-shoulder aspect camera angle. Kind of wished it was a bit more zoomed out. I would have preferred that. I get why they've done it, but just personal preference. Those enemies or bosses look great. And the voice acting is superb.
Of the monolith.
It had to be Ben Starr, right? It had to be! Massive fan of Ben Starr, especially after Final Fantasy 16. Good stuff. And there you go, 2025 spring, Xbox Series X, Xbox Game Pass, PS5. You know the drill. Alright, so Astro Bot. Burst onto the scene. The lovable little bot is coming back with a bunch of new content, and it's getting some pretty cool speedrun levels launching from tomorrow. It's got the building speed. On the 24th, you've got Let It Slide. 31st, you've got Spring Loaded Run. 7th of November, you got Helium Heights, and the 14th of November, you got Rising Heat. This is all free content coming to Astro Bot, which is really great to see. It looks like the game did, well enough for them to be pushing out free DLC, and that's what you like to see. The game is a phenomenal game. I highly recommend you play it, and if you have a PS5, that is. I still stand by that. I don't see this coming to the PC platform, so it's a really, really good platformer. is just play it. It's worth playing. It Takes Two has sold over 20 million units and now has people wanting a It Takes Two free or It Takes Free. Either way, people want a sequel or a, however you're going to say it. But 20 million units for a game that's as beloved as this, which, you know, burst onto the scene, got Game of the Year for its time. It's really, really nice and humble to see that the game has done really, really well. Now, this next one over here is really weird, right? Analogue's 4K Nintendo 64 launches next year for $249. We now have the first images of the modern take on the N64. Pre-orders start later this month. And it looks okay. I mean, that's pretty much it. It looks like an N64, but it's running on like 4K. I'm guessing it's emulating, but you can actually use the cartridges, and that's the only way to play them. You can't actually load anything else in. You can use your original controllers, I presume, but you can also buy these kind of nifty converted controllers that look more modern. But yeah, if you've had the desire to play N64 games, now is your chance. You can rebuy the N64 Analogue. Here you go. I'll have a link to this in the description below. No affiliate, no sponsorship. I just think it's really cool. And you can get the controllers as well. What you get in the box is an Analogue 3D black, HDMI cable, because this now runs on HDMI, USB cable, and a worldwide USB-C power supply that works pretty much everywhere. 100 to 240 watt, which means it works in every country. So that is really, really cool stuff. And with that, that's a wrap. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I'll be back here tomorrow at 5:45 p.m. to start the showcase off. So we'll be starting tomorrow's stream really early, so we will finish around the time we normally actually start, maybe about half an hour into it. So we'll see how it goes, and hopefully you'll enjoy the stream. I'll be joined by Minnie as well tomorrow, so that's going to be great. Good to see him on board again, as we'll both be reacting to the showcase to see what these third-party companies have in store for us. There's supposed to be some world exclusives, one more thing at the end, so hopefully that is going to be something really special, but we will see. Personally, the fact that they're showing the new Alan Wake, I'm already sold that this is going to be a great show. Now, all they need to do is show me a Quantum Break 2. Microsoft, we need a Quantum Break 2. That's all I'm saying. It needs to happen. Make it happen. We need a Quantum Break 2. Right, folks, that's it. Thanks so much for watching. Leave a comment below, and I'll see you next time. Remain legend.